Beautiful. And as I said at the conclusion of our chat, I was still in that energy, and trust that the process happened for you and that it will keep calibrating. That's what the words that Jonette was using, that trust the process happens and it goes beyond the session.
What I like about also in the membership here, you can really go back and hear these programs again and again. And that transmission is the same each time, but the results may be different. And that is what we call the quantum energy of these kinds of things, where you can do the same thing twice and receive a completely different perspective of it. And so please
I feel that with the Kryon channels as
That's
well.
Right.
You can hear a Kryon channel and then come back 6 months later, hear the same channel, but get a completely different message.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Jonette, again. Well, it's time again to do what we call Miracle Moments. The program you're watching is about healing. So we really want to honor all those who really need a healing in whatever form. Now we're inviting you to participate in this week's Miracle Moments, as I just said. But you may want to know a little more about it. It's time when we come together to help others and, of course, ourselves. I'd like to ask Monika to explain how we do this, how it works. But we know together, and the whole premise is that together we can do a whole lot more than we can do individually. That's been proven. And this is the right time for you to do that, and we're all ready to receive it.
So in your membership portal, that is where you can submit a request for prayers and healing energies for either yourself or your loved ones. And that same place in the Miracle Moments tab of your portal is where you can view the list of requests that have been made. It's a great idea to go in there and just scroll down that list and connect in with those people who are having those requests. Now, I'm noticing that sometimes it's just a name, sometimes the details of what is being requested are there, and it's really in a few categories. One is physical healing of the body and the cellular structure, and the other one is healing of the heart and the emotions of when someone is experiencing either loss or relationships ending and things of that nature. So healing comes in all forms, and your energy makes a difference. You might be asking, my goodness, well, I don't know who's on that list because I haven't looked. But in a way, it's not needed, because the quantum field that we exist in, it's already known who is on that list. And the very act of you submitting that request means that Spirit sees your intent, and our souls are connected to that. So at a soul level, we are with you. We know who you are. We know your requests. And so collectively, I'm inviting you now to join together so that our focus as this group of awakened old souls is that we place our attention into the field that has its own intelligence, that knows each and every single person that has requested healing energy to be delivered to them. We ask now that that is amplified and sent in a wave of love, compassionate action, and benevolence and healing energy to all those who are specifically requesting a miracle moment. And we just allow that to effortlessly flow to those who have requested it. And as we keep building that wave of love that we're going to generate and send, we ask you to place your attention on the friends and family of those that have been requesting this energy, because those around them feel that request. And so we want to send that wave of love, compassionate healing and energy to the friends and family of those who have been requesting. Some of those may even be carers. And so we want to acknowledge those who are caring for others, that they too are included in receiving that wave of love, compassion, and healing energy. And now let us bring our attention and awareness to focus in on the beautiful, precious children of those parents who are requesting energy and help and love and compassion being sent to their child. And we want to extend that to every child on the planet, because every child on our precious planet deserves to be in good health, deserves to be in joy, deserves to be surrounded by unconditional love. And I wish to remind you that as you send out this intention, you are included. And I invite you to open your heart to also receive that reciprocal wave that's coming back to you, so that you too receive this energy. And let us not forget the precious animals of the planet. We'll send out that wave to include those as well. And from this posture of energetic love and support, of receiving and transmitting, we can tell Kryon, yes indeed, we are ready to come a little closer.
Greetings, dear ones. I am Kryon. Come a little closer. This entire month we have talked about timing. It's more profound than you think. We spoke just a moment ago in the channel about creating that which is your own synchronicity. We made a metaphor of all of that. And that metaphor was that the road in front of you would always contain choices. And that road in front of you might have potholes, bumps, and smooth areas. That's a metaphor for the things in life that you come up against. I want to give you a sample of some reality that you never see. Perhaps you have wondered about the reality of it. I would like you to visit again someone called the Time Master. In order to do that, we have to cross the bridge one more time and go into that place of your soul. Now, there's always those who join us for the first time. If you are one of those, welcome. Welcome to a premise, and that is that you have the ability, right where you are today, to visit the most sacred part of yourself. And in that visit, to expose yourself to perceptions that are bigger than you ever saw about who you are. In this last year and a half, we have been doing this every week. We have visited the parts of your soul where you have seen those who perhaps you don't recognize that we said are you. We have asked you to visit your Akash. We've had so many things to do, perceptions to reveal, energies to undo. This is a little different. In order to do this correctly, we have a metaphor, a bridge that we cross. Each time we cross this bridge, it's you going to an unknown place. In order to go to an unknown place, it's difficult for a linear person because you don't know what it is. And so to facilitate that, we make a demarcation point, and that is the bridge. So you are telling your mind in a linear fashion, you're about ready to relax into something that you don't know about. That's tough, especially for those of you who always want to be prepared. In this, it's an exercise. If you do this with us every week, or enough times, every time you can, it becomes a little more normal for you, for your persona, for your spirituality, for your essence. And what I want to tell you now, and we've said this before, is the more times you do this, not only does it simply become easier, but the more times you do this, the easier it becomes. And then you start doing it yourself. Some of you actually have started doing it before you sleep and saying, I'm going to cross the bridge now so that when I have my dreams, they will expose the greater me. And I can wander around in this multidimensional place and feel the love that I know is there. What a way to go to sleep. There's some who go to sleep and still fearful because they have dreams that they don't expect. That subconscious wants to push the buttons, and they awake not refreshed, but sorrowful, or with an odd feeling because they've had a dream that didn't set well with them, or something was fearful. This is a way, a tool, for you to control your own dreams. You do have that ability as well. They don't have to come up from your subconscious and give you a bad time, dear ones. You are not a victim of your own brain. You are in control of these things. I just gave you a method. And that's even before the question was asked in your portal. Can you control your dreams? Yes. Right before you go to sleep, set the stage. Tell yourself a story. Pretend. Even if you can't visualize, you can do that. Pretend you're in a story. Make up the story, but make it one of love. Make it one of spectacular peacefulness. And then the natural thing that will occur is you are setting up an energy for yourself. And that's where you'll go. These are things that even psychologists will give you that have nothing to do with spirituality. You are actually having a mindset, if you want to say, of your evening. But here we're about to cross that bridge yet again. And I'll ask you the question that I asked over and over when this started over a year ago. Is this real? My answer is yes. It's as real as anything you do. You make it real. If you make it an exercise of meditation, it isn't real. If you just said, I'm going to pretend today, along with Kryon, it isn't real. But dear ones, you have to adjust what you think is reality when you go into a metaphysical, multidimensional area. Beyond physics, it is unknown physics to you, where time does not exist, where you can examine things that are hundreds of years old, if not thousands of years old, that have to do with you. And it's right in front of you, as though it were now. A spectacular place, your soul, magnificent. So let's look at that bridge, whatever it might look like to you, or if it doesn't look like anything and you can't imagine it, then just sit there and be loved and listen. Well, the rest of us go across the bridge, but you're crossing with us, even if you can't see it in your mind's eye. You're there. This is for you, each one individually. Take my hand. Let's go to that place across the bridge through the mist. An area of your own energy that heretofore you only touched when you passed over. And now we're asking you to go there as a new tool in this energy. It's a way you're only touching the surface of your soul, but it is so magnificent, and you feel, first of all, peace. There's nothing here that can harm you. It's you. You will not harm yourself. Not on this side of the veil, this beautiful, beautiful side of the veil that has your God essence. I want you to remember how special this is. This is where we sing your name in light, where all souls are together as one, even though they're individual with your name. That's a hard one, isn't it? Imagine standing, if you want to say that, on the precipice of the cosmos, where all souls are together and you can feel them in love, where you're never alone, where everything in front of you is peace and serenity. And that is where I want you to sit. In a moment, you're going to sit there. Go through a door with me if you choose to, as we have in the past, and into a room. Yet again, it's not a stage. It's a room where you're going to meet the Time Master. And like a planetarium on the ceiling, the Time Master is going to show you some spectacular things. This time, this Time Master is going to show you in your life, in the past. Not too far in the past, this lifetime, and things that have happened to you. This is something we've actually done before. Decades before, you might say, in a book that was written, that was channeled. The book of my partners called The Journey Home, where Kryon also has channeled something else that happened to that which was Michael Thomas, as he went to a place where the Time Master, who was somewhere else and someone else in that novel, gave him a picture of himself in the past. This is similar. On the ceiling, as you watch it, the Time Master has you as you sit in the chair, and as you're comfortable and looking up, the Time Master says, relax, I want to show you some amazing, wonderful things. And the Time Master says to you, dear one, I want to show you who you've become. I want to show you something beautiful that you have accomplished. Each old soul that listens to this